Be asking, it related to something that I've been thinking about for quite some time. And it's a really difficult thing to portray, but I'm going to try to portray it tonight, but I know I can't portray it because it's kind of importrayable. Can we stand together? That's the question. Everybody stand up. So yes. Yeah. Thank y'all. Have a good night. Have a seat. I'm gonna need 10 volunteers. Just come down. First 10 people, 10 or so, and stand behind me somewhere. When it's about 10, y'all can stop coming. When I ask the question, I'm not gonna even count. Y'all just stop coming when it's about 10. When I asked the question, everybody was standing together. But the wonderful thing about English is one word can mean more than one thing. A series of one words, therefore a statement, a preposition can mean several things. So we were on our feet, standing together at the same time. But if we look a little bit deeper through this, what are we asking? Together implies unity. To have unity, you need some sort of bond, a common goal, a common desire. To stand with someone in unity, you need something like trust to make that bond strong. You need something like love, which implies you need the desire to sacrifice for the well-being of everyone else. You've got to have the trust if you're gonna love. You gotta have patience. You have to have the desire for the greater good of those around you, for that which you love. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 through 10, raise your hand. 1 through 6, raise your hand. All right, cool. All right, so look at this as a physical representation of us standing together. We have a group of people standing on stage who self-organize themselves into a straight line. When we stand together as a unity, standing, that implies that we are holding a line. We're defending a position, that we are resisting the forces against us. As a formation, a straight line is literally something that you can hold. But the strength of a straight line is you're only as strong as your weakest link. A way I learned in college to strengthen that link, everybody link arms together. This line has just been made stronger because their arms are that bond. Without it, they're just some people standing next to each other at the same time. But now they're unified. Now I need, starting with 1 to 10, a straight line. From 1 here, 10 back. You're going to do this a lot in the next couple minutes. We learned this in elementary school, at least in my elementary school. We walked around a lot in single file line. This is generally not when we self-organize each other. We are self-organized in this formation. Tactically, there's a lot of strength going through this line. Because to get through this group, I have to get through all of these people. Strategically, there's weakness in this line. Because no one can see behind them. He can protect her, but he can't protect himself. So when we're standing together, he's left out. If I take him out, then she's left out. If I take her out, then she's left out. So there's weakness in this design. Let me get a circle. Interesting that they chose to face in the circle.
Yeah.
But you know, let's pray. Stay facing. Together we stand, united. As they form, the way they're shaped, this is the perfect shape to attack a problem inside. It's the perfect shape to discuss the issue. Put the issue in the center, and we all look at it from different perspectives. But it's not a good shape to attack what's on the outside. Everybody turn around. Now, this is a perfect shape to protect what's inside. There's no way I can come to this group and get inside without some of them seeing each other. But it's also the perfect shape for the weakness inside to corrupt from the inside out. So even the strongest groups and coalitions of people, when they stand together, if they have weakness inside, it can be the cause of their downfall. Everybody turn to the left. You're facing the person in front of you. Personally, I like this one the best. If I want to get to this guy's behind me. I can't stand on the right or the left of him without being seen. You have 360 view around each other. But there's not really much you can do. You can only walk around in a circle. Now, straight line. I need 1 and 10 up front and like a curve. This is an actual strategic formation that the Zulu used. When they had a problem in their combat formations, they would stand in this formation and wrap around. It's hard for me to defeat this if I'm in front. If I'm behind, it's a problem. There's several others I'm going to go through. I don't want to be up here talking all night. Called a phalanx. Anyone know what a phalanx is? Phalanx. We get one right here. I'm going to go ahead and go through it. 2 and 3. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. 9 and 10. That's good. When you want to punch through a situation, the phalanx is the strongest thing to stand with. You have a point, and each person takes care of the person to their right or to their left. It's shaped like an arrow, like a wedge, an arrow point, so it can burst through the line in front of you. This is combat language, but it's also, I want you to think metaphorically as well. And think situationally and strategically. These are many ways that people have chosen over time and have proved successful to stand together, to hold the line, to defend their position, and to, even when needed, attack that which opposed them. But the most important thing when we think about this is the first thing we did. We stood up with just a group of people standing on our feet at the same time. What makes a phalanx work, what makes a straight line work, what makes the bullhorn, the semicircle work, what makes the circle work is not necessarily how we stand. It's not important. It's the intent behind where we stand. It's the intent behind why we stand together. Because no matter how you set up, you stand a straight line and link your arms together, if you are not unified, if you don't have a bond interior that's made out of trust, out of love, out of a common desire, then ultimately you're just a group of people on your feet at the same time. And a group of people on their feet at the same time never defeats an opposition that is unified, that has a bond, that has trust, that feels love for itself and the goals that it's trying to portray, that it's trying to pursue. And the same thing goes on the other side. That group that is unified, that has trust, has a bond, that has a love for itself and what it's trying to pursue can never be defeated. So as you think, and we go on through the rest of the night, leave here, go out into the world, I believe everybody here is a conscious-minded person, cares about their community. Just understand, when we think about the idea of joining into a fight for justice, against oppression, for equal rights, for higher education, for equity in our society, don't be unattached from the group. Bond yourself. Find that love, find that trust, so you can be unified.